Hey guys, still here and welcome back to They Are Billions. It's episode 5 and I'm going to hit the weapons factory over here, which I just unlocked after completing the Hunter's Meadow. With this factory I can get a lot of research. I can get 360 research points, so it's time to get this thing done. This is one of those maps where you only have your hero available, and that means that I have to play quite carefully. Because as you might have seen in episode 2, if you don't play carefully enough, you're going to find that your hero will perish pretty quickly. Or that you just friendly fire it.
For the humans.
Calliope. Calliope has gotten a few upgrades, I think. I think her firing speed increased.
Alrighty.
So pushing through these Zeds should be no problem. Now, to be fair, I have already done this map, so I know what to expect. You just need to clear out as much of the stuff as possible and grab as many of the research things, or as many of the, suppose you could call them loot boxes, as you can find. And you recognize them like that. And that is not a research box, but that is 4 grenades. Grenades do a lot of damage. And I shall be needing them on this map.
Understood.
Now let's clear out the other side as well. Because the research or the placement of these objects that you can find is randomized. So it's not like there's a walkthrough that says, hey, you need to go here, there, and then you can hit all the boxes and you can just ignore the rest of the map. No, they are, as I have seen it, randomly placed. I think the crates are always in the same position, but it's like they have 30 positions for crates. And among those 30 positions, they might have 20 or 22 crates active. So this means that you might see a crate, and there might not actually be anything in there.
Piece of cake.
Now sometimes there's something down here.
I can do that.
This time there is unfortunately not. So it's time to hit the weapons factory.
That's easy.
Or what's it called? The weapons research lab? Weapons factory. Yes.
Roger that.
Alright. Knock knock.
Child's play.
Now keep in mind that I am playing it at 50% difficulty and that these are infected decrepits or at least very easy zombies. Look at this though. This barrel does seem reasonably well placed. And with that you can wipe out quite a good number of them.
Of course. Rest in pieces.
Alright, we're going to clear this side out. There is a crate over here and this is what I meant. Some of these crates are just not used in their particular area. So this one just doesn't have anything in it.
For the Empire.
Now I gotta say, I don't find these maps to be particularly interesting. Some people say you just leave the character on auto move or attack move and you just wait for the mission to complete. Because overall there is... Well, unless you really run into a horde, there's not that much that can actually pose a big threat to you.
I love it.
This crate is occupied, fortunately. Oh, time to fall back a little.
No survivors. Yes?
That worked. I can also pick these things up and deploy them at a position where I think I might need them.
Not a problem.
Fortunately, these zombies don't do too well climbing sandbags, it seems.
Without delay.
The only thing you gotta be worried about on a map like this is that your character does not auto-heal.
This will come
That means that any damage you take is permanent until you get a medkit. So pick your battles wisely and fall back when you need to. Because if you don't fall back in time, you might find that there is nothing to fall back with. Another empty crate over there.
I'm on it.
Another one... Again, an empty crate.
Nice. Bullseye.
No, that's not nice.
Perfect.
That one got a little too close.
Understood.
These are friendly turrets. Wasps. This machine gun automatically attacks the nearby enemies. It is an inert object. The zombies do not treat it like prey, although they can be attracted by fire. So it's time to bring over a couple of Zeds.
Perfect.
I'm gonna move my character through here to lure a couple of them.
Great.
And if I'm not mistaken, there's a hell of a lot of them in this room.
Not a problem.
So I'm going to deploy this barrel over here.
Got it.
Look at that. Hello, gentlemen.
Killing time.
And that's
I'm
why I
on
have the
it.
barrel. Unfortunately, I also blew up my own machine gun.
For the
But I still
humans.
have grenades. And that makes your life a hell of a lot easier.
Great. Taste my lead. Child's play. For the Empire.
Child's Play, she says. Have you not seen that recent movie called Child's Play?
Attack.
Calling something
it.
Child's Play does not always mean it's easy and safe.
Without delay.
Okay.
No fear.
This part of the room is usually a little harder to
course.
see because of these bunk beds. And those
Gotcha.
bunk beds just obstruct line of
No
sight and zombies can be
survivors.
hiding behind them.
Let's go. Come on.
I can always run back to my big friends over here.
Roger that. All right.
I don't want her to lose too
my
many hit points over
bullets.
here.
Roger that.
So you just keep at range, yeah?
Killing time. Perfect. Rest in peace. Yes?
Now there is another crate over here that I
For
can
the
loot.
humans.
A
Perfect.
couple of Zeds in the way though.
Nice.
And I'll leave the other one up to the turret. There you go. Okay, let's see what they have in there.
Sounds good. Of course.
More research.
2 weapons, double the fun. Excellent idea, sir. Okie dokie.
Fall back a bit. Let them close in, but preferably one by one.
Sure thing. No fear. Perfect.
Ooh. Nope, didn't get him.
Attack. Come on.
Okay, anything in here? Nope.
Bullseye. I love it.
Oh, come on.
All right.
Fall back. Hold.
Of course.
Alright, then we can push up again. Am I missing anything? No,
Got
looks
it,
good.
Chief. For the Empire.
Alright,
Yes?
now they're coming from the outside.
Die.
And
Sure
the
thing.
inside. Both are half health.
Right
So I
away.
should be able to piss off both before I
Take
get
that.
hit. There you go.
Yes?
Scout deeper into the room. Medkit.
Got it.
Very
Taste
welcome.
my lead. Roger that.
Try firing range after damage upgrade. Yes, I will go for that. That's a good idea.
Go. Rest in pieces.
Ah, another bit. Now I'm still not
Excellent
sure
idea,
exactly
sir.
if these zombies are attracted by sound or by
Perfect.
activity or anything else. Some of them just seem to be wandering around.
Attack!
I haven't quite figured out what their level of intelligence is,
Attack!
if any.
I'm on it.
But so far they seem pretty stupid.
Score.
More research. Now I might think the research is far more important than the actual Empire points that you get. But that's not
Sure
true.
thing.
Because the Empire points,
Die.
at some point, allow you to get more units deployed
course.
against the large swarms that you can see on the map. If you don't have enough
Sure.
units, your forces will get overwhelmed and die.
Right away.
So I actually need those points
For
just
the
as well.
Empire. Affirmative. Not a problem.
There sometimes is
Sure thing.
another crate or two out here.
I love it.
As you can see, there's not that much of a challenge here.
Of course.
And if there were all sorts of books that you could pick up and find out about the
Affirmative.
lore of this place, then that would help. But there
Sure.
isn't anything like that either. So there doesn't really seem to be a reason for
No
these maps to
problem.
exist. Other
Killing
than,
time.
I don't know,
Child's
getting you
play.
acquainted with your hero? If that's a thing.
I love it. No fear.
Nothing
Got it.
here. What's around the next corner?
Attack.
Nothing.
Okie dokie.
Gotcha.
What
There.
do we have
20 Empire
here?
points. Is that all?
Great.
Yeah, that's all. Okay, then we can move up.
Without
Let's
delay.
move here. There's still a whole room to clear over here. Sometimes there's a box back there. Sometimes there's a box over here. So far I can't see anything though.
Got it, Chief.
Ah, yes. Let me read you the description of this area. These are anti-infected mines. They'll only activate when an infected walks over them.
Okie dokie.
So if my character walks over them, no problem. But if an infected walks over them and detonates them with her too close, then she will take splash damage. And you can set these things to anything from 1 or from 0 to 3 second delay. And I will need them. Because of these guys. Infected Chubby. These have 500 hit points. Compare that to the normal 35.
Tell me what
Now she does 15 damage. So it's going to take a lot of time to get these guys down.
Got it. Rest in pieces.
As you can see, I barely do any damage.
Yeah.
So this is why you have those landmines.
Understood. Take that.
These guys are not too bright though.
Ready.
But usually
Gotcha.
tripping them over 1 or 2 landmines does it. That's 1.
I love it.
Come on. There you go.
Sure.
Now there are quite a few of them. 1, 2, 3 more
It's
that
a
I can
walk
see.
In the park.
Ooh, this room is a gold mine.
Understood. What do you want?
Come on.
It's a breeze.
That's 1.
Taste my lead. I'm on it. Eat my
Now I have had it
bullets.
happen off screen that I got my character a little too
Goodbye.
close to one of those landmines as it blew
Looks
up and my
cool.
character died. And that really sucks when this is the last room that you still have to
Amazing.
clear.
Piece of cake. Good quality. Got it, Chief.
Come here, Chubby. And no, I'm not fat shaming a zombie. This guy is called an infected Chubby, so
Go ahead.
it's
Affirmative.
warranted.
Bullseye. Piece of cake.
Get over here.
Great.
Okay, there's 1 more. Anything in here? Yeah, this one has something.
I like
More
it.
research.
Understood.
This one has something.
2 weapons, double the fun.
Oh, there's another one down there.
Got it.
Alright. I'm gonna have to do our bait and mine a
That's
couple more
easy.
times.
No
Come on.
survivors. Perfect. Child's play.
There you go. This one has something in it.
I
And this one
love it.
too. There's a lot of stuff in this room. The game decided to
Priceless.
place everything together here.
Show me the money. I'm on it.
Don't get too close because their attack damage is quite high at 40.
What?
She only has 46 hit points
I
left.
love it.
So if she gets hit by one of those
Piece of
guys
cake.
more than once,
For
then
the
she's dead
humans.
and I failed the mission.
I'm on it.
Alright. Anything else in this room?
Understood.
This one.
I'm on
And
it.
that one. And I saw another one blink over here. That one.
What's that? The more the merrier.
Is that all of it? I think so. No more blinking objects in this room. Moving on.
Sure.
Whoa. So she can usually handle herself, but if there's a larger swarm of these
Alrighty.
guys suddenly rushing for her, then she gets overwhelmed. Also, these guys have a bit more hit points. They got 80 as opposed to the standard 35.
Sure thing.
Which is why they just generally last a little longer. They're pretty easy to tease over one of these mines, and if you set them to 1
Let's
second,
go.
you're making sure that they're all into range. And they all blow
Got
up
it,
nicely.
Chief.
This is a standard
What do you
infected
want?
fresh,
No problem.
so she shouldn't have too many issues killing off that guy.
Gotcha.
Alright,
it,
back
Chief.
into the room. There's another medkit over there, and some more loot.
All
Whoa,
right.
sorry, didn't see you there.
Rest in peace. For the Empire.
Push in.
No problem. Sure thing.
I might need to get her healed up at some
No
point.
problem. Yes.
2 more.
Okie dokie. Understood.
Yeah, that works too. Okay.
Yes?
What else can we see? Not much.
Gotcha.
Oh,
No fear!
hello there.
Come on.
He just wandered out of his terrain, I
For
guess.
the humans. All
Whoa,
right.
that's another high hit point dude. Hold on.
Great.
I have
Roger
one
that.
grenade left, and I usually keep at least one in my inventory as a sort of panic button.
Gotcha.
Making sure that if she opens a door and there is an enemy swarm on the enemy
Sounds
side, I can
good.
quickly decimate them.
Attack!
And aside from that, she is
It's a walk in
usually
the
fast
park.
enough to just clear out on
Taste
her
my
own.
lead.
She doesn't really
That's
need
easy.
the
Rest in
grenades.
peace.
You just need a bit more
Sure
patience
thing.
to get them cleared out.
Eat my bullets. Understood.
Alright, let's get the
Wonderful.
medkit, because there is another one over there. The zombie says, excuse me. Maybe.
Sure.
Get over here.
Yes. Let's go.
Okay, next door.
No problem.
Another couple of, what are these, executives?
What do
Yeah.
you need?
For some reason, executives are tougher than the standard zombies.
Affirmative.
I don't exactly know why. Because you'd argue that
It's a
sitting
walk
in an
the
office
park.
all day does not particularly make you very, well,
Okie dokie.
let's say have a very good endurance. Goodbye.
No problem.
But these guys have 80 hit points
Gotcha.
versus the standard 35. And this is what I came here to get. Valuable artifact.
I'm listening.
And there might be a bit more over here, like a painting.
Awesome.
Is she carrying a
Oh,
painting now?
Yeah. Perfect.
How does that even look?
What is this? Nice.
Okay, I got 150 maybe? 160 out of... No. Did I get all of it? 180
Of
and
course.
300 out of 360. I still want more.
All right.
This area usually contains one other crate, and this area might. And then you have this open area back here.
Got it.
So, let's continue on. Yeah, I didn't look over anything there.
Excellent idea, sir. No survivors.
It's very quiet out here. Yep, there's another crate over there. Usually there's a fairly high number of them here.
All right.
But so far, it seems pretty damn quiet.
Okie dokie.
Let's get that.
Huh. Cool.
More grenades. Not quite the loot that I'm hoping to get. But any bit helps. Oh, this is an infinity spawn point.
Yes.
That's not what I need right now.
Double the fun.
As long as you don't get too close to it, it's going to eventually stop spawning because they seem to be
Alright.
getting attracted to sound.
Rest in
So as long as you
pieces.
don't make too much noise around that area, they just don't spawn
Yes.
anymore. The wine bottle in the room where you can search. Hold on, where? Oh, here.
Right
Yeah, you're
away.
right. I overlooked that. Thank you. Sometimes it really is great to have an extra pair of eyes on the stream like this. Because sometimes you just miss out on stuff like this.
All right.
And that extra bottle might just be another 10 Empire points, so I can get my total of 190.
Great.
Yes. Excellent. Now, 190 Empire points can either
do
get
that.
you, for the missions where you're defending against a swarm, can either get you 19 Rangers, or about half that
Die.
number, so that would be,
Got it, Chief.
I think, 9... yeah, you could get 9 soldiers and 1 ranger. Soldiers go for 20 Empire
Perfect.
points a pop.
Nice.
Alright. Where is the loot in this room? There's a medkit down there, but that's not what I want. This is what I want.
Understood. Killing time.
Anything else? Yeah, maybe back here.
No problem.
Start pushing
Take
this
that.
way. Clear these guys out from the, I guess the shells that they're producing.
Show me the money.
More grenades. I don't want grenades.
Sure thing.
I want loot. I want research. That's what I came here to get. I haven't explored that yet.
Alrighty.
I don't really need another medkit because I already have plenty.
Yes?
I got full hit points and another medkit
Let's
in
go.
reserve.
Attack!
Ah, that's what I wanted to find.
For the Empire! Perfect.
Carry on.
The more the merrier.
And it turns out that there's a medical kit in there. Not exactly what I was hoping to find either. Okay,
Gotcha.
then let's leave through here.
Bullseye!
Let's hope that they actually got some loot on this open area. Yeah, there's another one over there. Sometimes the view range can screw you. Yeah, I have found that to be the case.
Come on. Of course.
Get it?
I like it.
Jesus, she's packing 11 grenades, but I still need 60 research points.
Alrighty.
60 research points can make all the difference. Alright, so what have I not explored yet? Because this room's clear. There's nothing behind here. There's nothing there. Let's
Excellent
just
idea,
move
sir.
here to be sure. I cleared this. Did I not entirely clear this out yet? No, I got all the barrels. I got all the archives. What am I missing? What am I missing? There's something here that I haven't seen. Nothing here. Nothing here between the bunk beds. Nothing there. This is another point that I find a bit tedious about these missions. You're basically having to move your mouse over anything that might be of interest. And sometimes they park it in a corner like that, and you're just very easy to overlook it. This area is clear. I can sweep this part again just to be sure.
Bullseye.
Oh,
Perfect.
here! I haven't cleared out part of the
Rest in
facility yet.
pieces.
Yes, that would explain it. There might be 2 more crates down there. Let's check that.
2 weapons, double the fun. Piece of cake.
2 weapons, double the fun. Watch what you can do with 11 grenades.
I'm on it. For the humans.
Great.
All right.
Now we're talking.
For the Empire.
Get out of my way.
Affirmative.
This is a bit overkill to throw a grenade at 3 zombies, but I just want to
It's a
speed
walk
things
in the
along.
park.
There we are.
Good
30
quality.
research. Nothing down there.
Got it.
Maybe up here. This area in the back.
Great.
Now, fortunately for me and unfortunately for them, I can fire
No
over these
fear.
conveyor belts. Whereas they are going to have to
course.
follow the way along the conveyor belts. And that usually allows you to get kills early,
Sure.
making sure that they don't get too close.
Let's go. Taste my lead.
Use a medkit after throwing a grenade. You have more than 1 grenade?
Sure.
That's a neat trick.
Eat my bullets.
There's nothing back there, but there is a door.
Perfect. Killing time.
Ah, that's the last crate I need. Well, hopefully.
Affirmative. Take that.
Hopefully.
Got it.
They might still contain grenades.
No survivors. I
No
love
survivors. Would you even call these survivors, though?
It. Rest in peace.
Because arguably they
No
are not
problem.
survivors. They're just
Attack!
already dead.
For the humans.
Come on.
Die. I can do that.
Carry on, back to the crate.
Attack!
Let's get this little old lady out of the way. Okay, that sounds a little
Ready.
bad.
That's easy.
But still, she's infected, so she has to go. And
This will come in
research.
handy.
Excellent.
Great.
That's everything that I need. So I'm not going to even bother with scouting out that room. I'm just going to
Alright.
leave. And get on with further missions. Now, it looks like they are trying to get a bit of a
Chief.
bite out of her.
For
So I'll
the
give him something to
Empire!
chew on.
Without delay.
But aside from that, nothing too interesting left in this place. There we go. Done. When you finish the campaign, can you play survival? Yeah, I will. But I think I'm going to be busy with the campaign for quite a while. Okay then. Let's go after one of these swarms. First, do some research. What I want to get researched are the expert workshops. With this, I can build the cottage, which is the upgrade of the tent. And I can start to do research in the workshop. That gives me 410 research points. I want cereal farming to get farms, and those produce a hell of a lot more food than the hunter cottages that I've so far been using. And then the big question is, what do I research next? Because I've got quite a few options. You can get reinforced projectiles, for example, for the rangers. Get them 20% damage bonus. I could also go for more soldier armor, which, again, is handy. I have some more defensive options down here, such as more life for walls, gates, and towers. Although, I have found that they usually don't even break through at all. But I do like the barricades. These allow you to place down stake traps. They're very cheap, 30 gold, 3 wood, and they do allow you to just slow the enemy hordes down while your units are engaging them. I'm going to split my research a bit. I want reinforced armor to make my soldiers even more durable. And I want wood buttresses over there. And then I need 10 more research points to get this thing done. Okay. Who can I kill? These are very slow and weak. There are 660 of them. But they generally walk so damn slow that even rangers can take them out. Whoops. Now, missions like these, in case you have not seen them yet, and I believe I haven't shown them on the screen yet. You have this tower. And this tower needs to be defended at all costs. But you're basically playing a sort of tower defense game. Which means that you're playing a game where this thing has to be defended. And you can either place multiple defensive layers around it. Or, as I like to do, I just go on the offensive. You see over here, it says 10, this says 20, this is 10 of these empire points, and this is 20 empire points. So I could either get 93 rangers, or about half of that in soldiers. This is a fairly easy mission, since the enemy is going to be moving so slow, that although they outnumber me about 7 to 1, enough rangers will just completely shut them down. So I'm going to just make a sort of hunter groups. And with those, hunt down the zombies before they get anywhere close. I'm not going to go with any sort of defensive structures, because I don't need them. I know that this area is open to attack, but my rangers are so fast, especially when compared to all of these, that I'm really not worried. Let's push these guys over here and get these guys to counter this. Over here you see 644, 640, and it's going down. Rangers don't have to need a DPM. Keep in mind that I am playing on 50% difficulty, which, with my increased experience after playing the game off-screen, might arguably be a little too easy at this point. But yes, I believe that Rangers do have the required DPM. I just have to juggle my ranger groups around and make sure that streams like those don't get too close.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? Are you sure? What?
As you can see, these guys are going down very quickly. We're down to 460 and they started out with 660.
You are gonna pay me for
so they're really not doing that well.
Oh, more orders. What?
These guys are getting a bit close. But then again, you just run your rangers over. And make sure that you get there well ahead of them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to up the difficulty because this is too easy at this point.
Great.
I want you guys over here. I want you guys to take down this one. And start pushing back on this end. These rangers seem to be out of a job.
Straight to the heart. This better be good.
Don't. Now this tower can take a fair beating at 2,000 hit points and 1,000 points of defensive barriers. So it can take 1000 points of defense. But, yeah. They won't even get close.
What do you want now?
But yes, as Danakris is saying in chat, at harder difficulties the Rangers definitely would get wiped. This is too easy. I'm going to have to up the difficulty. I hadn't expected it to be this easy.
Chubby put an arrow in his head. What? Oh, more.
Look at that. 128, 125. They never even got close.
Aren't there other
Feel free to chase. Move on own initiative. And some of these Rangers don't even have a job to do. They cannot get close enough to the battle. 70, 60. There's just one swarm left according to the minimap. One line there and one line there.
What?
Just don't stand a chance. There's
What's
nothing
up?
left.
Any infected around?
33.
A new task. Are you sure?
16. 12.
What? A new
Yeah,
task?
this is done. Now, I imagine this is not the most interesting episode to watch, but that's because of the lower difficulty. I'm going to have to up that. And that should make future episodes definitely more interesting. Alright, this opens up a new area of the map. The Coast of Bones. But that's something that I'm going to be doing in the next episode. For now, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This episode, as I mentioned, was a bit boring because the weapons factory is not terribly interesting. And the swarm that was down there is pretty damn easy to wipe. So I'm going to up the difficulty and make it challenging. And that should make the next episode a bit more interesting. Anyway, I shall see you next time for the future episode.